All right. The second sort of article that annoyed me this week, and I was celebrating this actually, but it annoyed me that they didn't go far enough. The headline was, "The Game Awards will be significantly shorter this year due to feedback." Which I thought was a very kind way of phrasing this. Keighley hopes to create a more streamlined show. So basically what they're saying, which it takes place tomorrow, so December 8th, that they're going to try and make the show a little bit shorter. He said, "I won't say anything officially until we're through our rehearsals, but we think it's going to be a significantly shorter show this year," which, you 3 days or 4 days before the show, you'd think he'd have a slightly better idea of the length. And that he says he hasn't felt this good about a show in a while. They have a fair number of new game announcements. They'd feature 30 to 40 games, but no idea on the specific runtime. It is worth mentioning that last year's show ran 3 hours and featured a 45-minute pre-show, so almost 4 hours in total.
Wow.
What do you guys think of a shorter show here?
It's a no-brainer to me. I talked to a couple people who went last year, and they basically wound up actually being nearly 5 hours in total, just with getting there and pre-show stuff. And most people were entirely burnt out by the end. So yeah, if you're going to have a pointless award show, at least do it on a schedule that works for everybody.
But does the previous story not make these award shows completely even more useless than they already were? Right? If we're not even following what games are winning awards and anyone can just call their game award winning, basically, does this not totally nullify the value of an award show even further?
I think these award shows have basically become like just a recurring version of what E3 used to be. It's all about the trailers. Like, I don't think anyone cares who wins game of the, maybe the developers who built it have some pride, but like, there's no way people are tuning in like it's the Oscars. Like, who's going to win? Who's going to win like best new, RPG of the year award if they give that out. Like, I think it's purely just because people want to see the new game trailers, which is good. I think that's good for the industry. I mean, granted, a lot of that's on YouTube, a lot of that's on Twitter. Like, you can find it other places, but I think it's cool to have, like, I'm someone who used to love going to the movies, and I would love the previews. Like, it was like my favorite part of the movies. And I think there's something cool about that, like watching a trailer in real time when everyone else is seeing it for the first time. And then it's buzzing on social media. So that's why I think there's still a small amount of value in these things. Not much, but a small amount. It's not about the awards.
But the movie business manages to do this without having a 4-hour show. Right? Like, what's the trailer I saw the other day? God, now I can't even remember. But a trailer for some new movie coming out, and it's because I saw it on YouTube, and because 10 zillion people had watched it on YouTube, and it's like, I just found this YouTube surfaced. I didn't need a 4-hour show to show me 40 movie trailers. I don't know. Well, like, why is this a gaming thing? Why did gaming invent this?
I mean, I think you're getting into a very large question of like, why do people like what they like? Because they do. Like, there's no, I don't
Do we
know
think
that
a shorter show will be more successful? Let's put it that way.
I do. Yeah, I do. I know I joke, and I am with you that I don't always understand the exact point of award shows. But I do think that it's a moment in time where people get together to talk about a specific thing in a specific industry. And I think that having the trailers there has been really key to the success of the show. And for the myriad of reasons that people like things, they show up and they enjoy themselves. And I think they would enjoy themselves significantly more if it wasn't 5 hours.
Here's my hot take, guys, and maybe it's not so hot. Every year, this show will get shorter and shorter until eventually no one watches it anymore and it goes away. Because this is what happens with other award shows, right? Like they peak at some amount of length where people are like, why are we even watching this? And then eventually they get shorter and shorter and fade into irrelevance. And you realize the industry doesn't actually need this, that people can get information about new games 10 million other places that are way better and way more effective than an award show. So I suspect this will be a trend where it will get shorter and shorter and shorter every year, and then eventually just fade into irrelevance.